All right, guys, welcome back to another video. And guess what? I'm actually sticking to my word in terms of dropping consistently. So this will be the second YouTube video I'm dropping this week, after my hiatus for about a month. But we're back and we're live on the charts. And obviously, before we even get onto the charts, I kind of just want to tell you guys a couple of things, to be honest. First things first is that now it's almost shifting from raw like me dropping YouTube videos because obviously I want to help out the community to almost realizing that this is almost a personal thing as well. Like, I'm trying to build the largest trading community in the world. The largest trading community in the world, OPM Inc. all over the globe. I'm literally trying to paint the globe purple. That's what I'm trying to do. But in order to do that, I need everyone who's watching this video. I need everyone who is locked in with OPM Inc. who's actually benefiting from these videos to share these videos. Do you know what I'm saying? If you know that this video is gonna benefit someone, you should send it to them and tell them to give it a watch. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyone that you know that's interested in trading, do you know what I'm saying? Tell them to message me or add them into the Telegram group chat. And you know what I'm saying? Let's actually build the largest movement in the world. Let's build the largest trading movement in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a thing that I'm joking about. It's not a thing that I'm playing about. I'm very, very serious about doing this. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, all of a sudden, it just turned personal. Like, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. Like, I'm really gonna do this though, because, and I feel like this is something that is worth fighting for. It's something that is worth actually investing my time and investing all my heart into, because I know that, let's say for instance, I'm able to raise 100 traders who are now making money on the charts and they got their own communities. That impact is what I want to see in the trading community. That impact is what I want to spread, and the message of inspiring young traders who are from low social economic backgrounds and actually turning them into world-class traders. I feel like OPM can achieve that. And with the help of everybody, with the support of everybody within the community, I'm sure we can achieve this goal. Right now, our community stands at about 2,000 people. 2,000 people in the community. Obviously, that's not a small feat, but we're looking for the hundreds, the millions of people to be part of this movement, to be part of this work. But obviously, without further ado, let's actually get into the reason why I'm recording this video. So the last video I recorded, I made some predictions on BTC USD, and today we're actually going to break down what BTC USD has done since then and what it's going to do going forward. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Pardon me. So we was looking at BTC earlier this week, and before I even really get into it, I said that BTC is gonna retrace back into this imbalance over here, or this fair value gap, whatever you want to call it. And once it retraces back into there, then we should see buys from there. So you can see the pre-analysis on here. You can see that there was liquidity here, there was liquidity here, and then we had the sell zone over here. And these liquidity points plus this fair value gap, or this 1 hour inefficiency, was actually calling price down to the downside. Where you see a buildup of liquidity and you see external and internal liquidity, just know that once price takes external liquidity, it's going to move towards internal liquidity. And once it's taken internal liquidity, the next thing it's going to do is going to move to some external liquidity. So the first thing we're actually going to do is actually highlight some um, external liquidity, because we've realized now that price is actually taking the internal liquidity. The internal liquidity consists of trend lines within highs and lows within a certain trend, or imbalances or fair value gaps. Those are internal liquidities. Then you got external liquidities, which are swing highs and swing lows, where price targets to take out long-term buyers or long-term sellers. And this is where you want to be looking to place your take profit levels and stuff like that. And obviously for entries, you're looking at the fair value gaps, you're looking for liquidity sweeps, you're looking for Judas swings and whatnot. So these are the things that you actually want to be looking at when you're actually diving into the chart. So before, oh my days, I just realized that I actually can't see what I'm doing. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna adjust this. This is gonna be in a video, but yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, so that's adjusted. So let's just delete everything on the chart. Remove 55 drawings. Wow. Okay, so now that price has actually taken out that internal liquidity and is actually filled that fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame, what I'm going to do is just highlight that fair value gap, and we're going to analyze from this point onwards on what price is going to do next. Because it's all good looking at what price has done in the past and the type of trades we caught in the past, but you guys want to know what's happening next. So for me, I see BTC definitely touching the 93k level again. obviously the 89K level that we was talking about has been achieved, and that level has been filled. So what I actually did say to my Telegram group chat is that BTC is going to continue once it touches 89K, is going to continue back up to 93K. Right now price sits at 89K. Price is sitting at 89K, so we know that price is gonna, or we have an idea that price may move to the upside. And I do like this formation on the 1 hour time frame. I do like it a lot. It tells me that price is trying to continue to the upside, but right now this does look like a distribution or redistribution. That's what it looks like. But before we make any major or permanent decisions, we're just gonna fill that out. So now that's been filled out, we're gonna go into the 15-minute time frame so we can kind of get a clearer picture here. All right, so looking at the 15-minute time frame, we can see that this may be a redistribution or a reaccumulation. As of right now, I do not have a definite answer as to what it is because it's still definitely forming. We're in about phase C or D of this structure. So at the current moment, it does look like price is going to continue to the upside, but I'm going to actually detail to you guys how I look at the charts and how I look at this sort of formation to understand whether price is going to continue up or down. So here we have some trendline liquidity internally now. So this is internal liquidity, and we have a build up. We had a build up of internal liquidity here, and that build up of internal liquidity has now been breached. But in it being breached, it formed some more liquidity, almost relative equal lows, right? Relative equal lows here, and price has breached this liquidity. And then we also have this level of demand. This level of demand is where we should see price target and where we should see price react from. And if price reacts from this area, then we should be able to catch some buy trades to the upside. The buy trades to the upside that we may catch will be from the level of 88.4K. So if we're looking at 88.4K, that's 50%. That's 50% of this demand zone right now. That's 50% of this demand zone, and that's what we look for optimum trade entry. So you want to look at 50% of an imbalance, 50% of a demand zone, or 50% of any sort of structure that comes up in the market. And right now we can see that, all right, cool. Price has formed this liquidity here and has breached this internal liquidity here. So before price now comes back down into this zone over here, what we may see is price continues to this upside right here. And we also have something very, very significant here. We have a 15-minute fair value gap or 15-minute imbalance, 15-minute, whatever you want to call it, they're all the same thing. All right. But in this scenario, we're going to call it an imbalance. Here we have a 15-minute imbalance, right? And what we want to target or what we want to see in order for us to get some buy trades in is that price comes down and takes out these relative equal lows and fills this demand zone. And price filling out this demand zone right here, based off how it reacts off that demand zone, we will know that price is either trying to continue up or continue downwards. What price may also do is just dip a bit lower into this zone right here, or just below this zone, and then continue up and then fill out this 15-minute fair value gap right there. So right now it will be a no trade scenario. It will be a no trade. We will wait for a liquidity breach on either side. Liquidity breach on either side. Right now we can either catch buys or sells. It just depends on where price reaches first. So if price drops down into this zone and touches our 80K, 88.4K level, then that means that we should be looking for buys. But you don't enter the market immediately when these things happen. You want to dive into lower time frames and look for lower time frame accumulations or lower time frame distributions in order for you to determine what price is doing in that zone. If you look here and see prices dropped down to the 88.4K level, what you want to do is go into the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame, and look for an accumulation. If you spot an accumulation on these time frames, then that lets you know that price is trying to move to the upside. And then if price moves up to this zone right here and rejects off that area, and price forms a distribution on lower time frames, then we know that price is trying to reject to the downside. But that's not the only way you can determine whether price is continuing up and down. Based off how price reacts at that level, you will know whether price is going to continue up or down. Um, what you want to see is that price is shot up or shots down into that zone, and then the candlestick has wicked. The wick of the candlestick should close above the area or below the area. And that's how you determine that price is either going to continue up or going to continue down. So looking at BTC, and you guys know that BTC is almost my favorite thing to talk about, is my favorite thing to trade. And I do cover a lot of BTC on this channel though. I think on the next video, I might have to cover XAU. On the next videos, I might even give you guys a bit more into my strategy. So how to read accumulations, how to spot internal liquidity, how to spot external liquidity, and how to almost formulate all these things into one thing so that you know, okay, I'm looking for this, this, and this. And then once I see this, this, and this, that's my entry confirmation. And then I'm placing my take profit here, I'm placing my stop loss here. That's what I want everyone to be in the community. That's where I want everyone to be at. So that's why I'm going to continue dropping these YouTube videos. I'm going to continue educating the community. You know, I have 8 years of education on trading self-taught. I've also done some courses and whatnot. But what I realize is that there's not a lot of real information. There's not a lot of real information on how to actually use the real information. So for my beginner traders who are watching the beginner trader videos, part 3 will be dropping next week, and then from part 3 we'll move on to the intermediate, and then we'll move on to advanced, and that will be the full course on YouTube, and then you guys will be able to enjoy that. So all in all, what am I saying for BTC? I do believe that price is going to continue up to the 93k level, but before price continues up to that 93k level, we should see a breach in we should see price touch this area of demand. Once price touches this area of demand on the 15-minute time frame, and we see how it reacts, whether it forms an accumulation on the lower time frames, then or price wicks and then the candlestick closes above the zone, then we know that, all right, cool, price is actually trying to continue up. And that's the only scenario where I will take buys. In the scenario where I continue to sell BTC all the way down maybe to 86k, because that's the next level that I see price moving to if price doesn't continue up. 86k right here, just below this liquidity, just below this 15-minute liquidity that we've just identified right now. So if price continues to the downside, price will probably touch this 86k level. Or if it doesn't continue to the downside and actually this level holds up, then we'll see that 93k level achieved again. And that 93k level is literally sits above this internal liquidity right here. And then we have the last point of external liquidity right here. So we got the internal and we got the external, and then also we got the internal here. Internal has been dealt with on this side, so we should see price move to that point of external liquidity around 94k, but obviously our take profit will be at 93k just to be safe and not sorry. So right now we can see that price is even heading towards that area, so we'll see how it reacts, and then if I do take any trades, I will be reviewing them on this YouTube channel, and I will be getting into how you guys can actually use my strategy, or even further diving into internal, external, and Wyckoff schematics. I will be doing a video solely on liquidity as well, and that's for the advanced traders. I will be doing a video solely on Wyckoff. I will be doing a video solely on imbalances and fair value gaps, because I know that's what you guys like to trade, and that's what I trade also. So honestly, guys, this has been a great YouTube video. I think we've covered what we believe BTC is going to do in the next coming week. And I know you guys should be chart ready Sunday night, you know what I'm saying, looking for entries and stuff like that. When you do find the entry, just don't be fearful and just snipe it. As long as you got your risk management there, as long as you've managed your risk and you're not putting your whole account on the line, and you can afford to lose what you're putting on the line, then guess what? You're going to win. You're going to win. One stop loss doesn't mean the end of the world. You can have 5 stop losses and 1 win and still end up in profit. It just depends on your risk to reward ratio and how much you're risking. So sort out your risk management. Make sure your risk management is on top. Make sure risk management is TT, meaning top tier. Do you know what I'm saying? We only do top tier risk management around here. And yeah, that's basically it. That's a wrap up of this YouTube video. look out for more YouTube videos on BTC, XAU, USD. We're gonna be breaking down the charts, and we're really just gonna do this very, very aggressively, guys, because I know these videos are actually helping the community and is actually educating people. I know people watch these videos like religiously and take notes. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not only doing this for myself, I'm doing it for you guys as well. But yeah, it's been awesome, and it's been OPM, and I'll catch you on the next YouTube video. Thank you.